Good morning, respected principal ma'am, dear teachers, students, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of HWPL and Arwachin Public School, I welcome you all to today's discussion. Before we proceed further, let me introduce with our HWPL Peace Club members. Today's table is heading by our respected principal ma'am. On my left, our extremely talented teacher, Miss Ritika Ahuja ma'am, who will be coordinating the whole event. And also Miss Vanshika ma'am is here, who will be observing you and try to help us to find out the best peace messenger for today. Now, before we proceed further, as earlier ma'am mentioned, today's topic is providing asylum to illegal immigrants. It is good or not, right? Okay, so there is some rules and regulations that you need to follow, right, during the discussion. Every candidate will get 5 minutes to put his words or put his dialogue in front of everyone, and just once you finish, you need to switch on. Before you begin, you need to switch on your mic, and once you finish, you need to switch off your mic also. So in last 30 seconds, you will get heard a bell, and in that 30 seconds, you need to finish your topic, right? So these are the basic rules and regulations. We will not take any questions during this dialogue. Once we finish by everyone, we will be open our question answer and suggestions part, right? And it will also for the 5 minutes. So that's it. I hand over the podium right now to our respected principal ma'am. Ma'am, you may. Okay, yes.
With the proclamation of the Declaration of World Peace on May 25, 2013, HWPL, an NGO associated with the UNECOSOC, was established to create a world of peace free of wars. HWPL is carrying out peace initiatives in 170 countries around the world. HWPL aims to develop a legal instrument that will ensure peace in the world so that people can live in harmony, transcending borders, race, and religion. On March 14, 2016, the 10 Articles and 38 Clauses of the Declaration of Peace and Cessation of War was proclaimed. In May 2018, HWPL introduced the DPCW to the UN permanent representatives of 145 countries. Receiving the support from the international community, the DPCW will be submitted to the UN in the form of a draft resolution. Specifically, the governments of Eswatini, Seychelles, Comoros, and Antigua and Barbuda declared their official support for the DPCW. The Central American Parliament passed a resolution in support of the DPCW, and Pan-African Parliament, the legislative body of the African Union consisting of 55 African countries, signed an MOU with HWPL supporting the DPCW. Furthermore, various European political leaders and experts in the fields of education and law support the peaceful unification of the Korean Peninsula, which is a symbolic measure to cease wars and achieve peace. They are carrying out various activities as the Advisory Council. Currently, advocacy activities supporting the implementation of the DPCW, such as Legislate Peace Campaign and Peace Letter Campaign, are being carried out around the world by the civil society. People around the world are becoming one with HWPL and establishing a peace network in the fields of politics, education, religion, media, youth, and women's organizations. Religious leaders are taking the lead in building peace and ceasing conflicts via 250 HWPL warp offices in 128 countries. Peace education awakens students' recognition of the value of living as a citizen on this earth in the era of peace. HWPL Peace Education curriculum is being introduced not only to the educational institutions, but also at the governmental level. Through peace education, our children will grow as peace messengers and protect a lasting peace in the world. HWPL World Peace Summit, a festival to the family of peace, is a time to witness achievements made for peace and to commit to the work of peace that needs to be done in the future. At the September 18th HWPL World Peace Summit held in 2014, where around 200,000 participants gathered, the implementation of international law for peace and achievement of religious harmony was proposed as the solution to build a peaceful world. At the fourth annual commemoration of the HWPL World Peace Summit held in 2018, MOAs and MOUs were signed with many international organizations, including 5 ministries of education and major media agencies in 12 countries, to spread a culture of peace. Through 30 World Peace Tours visiting 71 countries, heads of state, prime ministers, chief justices, and religious leaders became a part of HWPL Peace Advisory Council, and journalists around the world became HWPL publicity ambassadors, taking the lead to publicize HWPL's peace activities. As a result of the efforts to resolve the conflict in Mindanao, Philippines, January 24th Mindanao Peace Agreement Day was declared. Also, HWPL days such as Declaration of World Peace Day and September 18th World Alliance of Religions Day were designated in various countries around the world. The efforts to remember and commemorate peace are being achieved through HWPL Peace Museum, Library, and Peace Park. HWPL is making efforts with the world to cease wars and to leave a world of peace as a legacy to the future generations. The peace movement of HWPL, joined by all people around the world, will change the future of mankind to peace. For a new era of eternal prosperity that everyone has dreamed of, we will follow the path of peace together as HWPL.
Hello everyone, Arwachin Public School student. I'm Rogan Park, the General Director of the Peace Education Department of HWPL, an international peace NGO. I'm a pharmacist in South Korea and I work for World Peace, and I'm working especially for South Asia, including India and Bangladesh, and in particular, I'm implementing peace education for students and children of your age in Afghanistan, where people are longing for peace due to war. We experience many emotions as we live, and I think that peace, love, and freedom are the best emotions that human can enjoy. In that sense, I think it is important to participate in this roundtable discussion to realize the importance of peace. So I'd like to thank all the students who participate in today's event, and I'd like to thank Principal Shakil Sharma for creating such a wonderful opportunity despite her busy schedule. We are one, let's see, in India soon on August 15th. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
So, today we are here gathered for a very important topic, and that's world peace, right? Now, peace starts with an open dialogue, but it takes a very courageous heart to have an open heart to work toward the path of peace. We are discussing a very important topic today, that is providing asylum to the illegal immigrants, good or not. Please remember, this is not a discussion, this is not a debate, this is not some kind of lecture, it is a discussion. This is your safe space where you can reflect, you can discuss with empathy, with love, with little harmony in your heart and peace in your mind. Make sure whatever you discuss will be used as a changemaker policy for future. You are our little young thinkers. You are the future leaders. So whatever you discuss here, it should be with empathy, love, and with three major points: unity in diversity, harmony, and peace. Let's walk together to the path of world peace. Shall we start the discussion?
Yes.
Okay. I would request Ashwin to start with his discussion points.
Good morning, respected Principal Ma'am and other fellow participants, peacemakers. I am Ashwit Sharma of Class 8th from Arwachin Public School, India. It's an honor to be part of this roundtable discussion on the topic providing asylum to illegal immigrants, good or not. I am looking forward to share thoughts and insights on peace. First, I will introduce you with some key terms. Providing asylum. It means giving protection or shelter to people who are in danger and have to leave their country because of war, conflicts, persecution based on religion, race, etc. Refugee. Refugee is a person who has been given legal protection by United Nations and has the right to seek asylum. Asylum seekers. Asylum seekers are persons or people who have been applied for that legal protection and are still waiting for their decision. Illegal immigrants. A person who enters or crosses borders secretly, lives without visa or stays after the visa expires. They may or may not be dangerous. This issue have advantages and disadvantages. But we must understand that most immigrants don't leave their country by choice. They are forced to run away from war, violence, political unrest, religious persecution, or extreme poverty. If we deny them safety, we are denying them their right to live with dignity. India itself has the history of welcoming Tibetan refugees and Bangladeshi migrants. And over the decades, these people often contribute positively to the economy and culture for their new home. They open shops, do hard jobs, start businesses, and pay taxes. They don't come to steal, they come to survive. Peace isn't just the absence of war, it is the presence of compassion and justice. When we offer asylum, we show that we believe in peace for all humans, not just for people born in our country. Of course, rules must be followed, but strict rules shouldn't become walls. There must be a process, but with empathy. Let's not forget, no one puts her child in a boat unless water is safer than the land. Giving asylum isn't just good, it is necessarily if we truly want a peaceful world. Global cooperation. If we work together, if all countries will work together with peace and harmony, they can handle this matter of providing asylum betterly. Strong systems can help in differentiating between genuine refugees and immigrants that can cause threats. In conclusion, I would like to conclude that illegal immigration is a complicated and multidimensional issue with both merits and demerits. But most importantly, our actions must reflect with peace and compassion. Every human deserves dignity and safety. peaceful world isn't what I want. It is what is needed. I demand declaration of war and declaration of peace and cessation of war. Thank you.
Very good. Very nicely put. That nobody puts their child in water unless the land is safe, right? Yes. Arna?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Arna Gupta, and I'm a student of Class 7th at Arwachin Public School, India. I'm glad to be a part of today's roundtable discussion. The topic I'll be speaking on is providing asylum to illegal immigrants, good or not. I look forward on sharing my views and also listening to the thoughts of my fellow participants. Let's begin. While I completely agree that every human deserves safety and dignity, I would like to share some practical concerns related to providing asylum to illegal immigrants. Firstly, the word illegal itself means someone has entered or stayed in a country without permission. This affects national security. We don't know the background of each person. Some might carry harmful intentions. If we open borders without proper checks, it could risk peace instead of promoting it. Secondly, there is a burden on local resources, jobs, healthcare, education. When a country is already struggling to provide for its own citizens, adding more people without planning can increase inequality and cause frustration among locals. Also, not every asylum case is genuine. Some people misuse asylum rules for economic reasons, not safety. So, it's important to have proper verification and legal systems in place. That said, I do believe in compassion, but compassion must go hand in hand with caution. It's not about refusing help, it's about helping in a way that is safe, lawful, and fair to everyone, including the people already living in the country. In conclusion, giving asylum should not be completely denied, but it must be well managed so that peace is protected, not endangered. But there are few negative concerns that cannot be overlooked, like national security risk, economic burden, unemployment risk. Each case is unique. Policies should differentiate between genuine refugees and unlawful entry. Peace is not just the absence of war, but the presence of justice, empathy, and inclusion. The challenge is to balance national interest with global humanitarian needs. I would like to add, I've come from Germany and I've seen how this issue has affected the country. Back in 2015, many people entered illegally to seek asylum. It helped a lot of lives, but it also caused challenges like integration and pressure on services. Even now, in 2025, the impact is still there. So I've seen how complex this issue can be in real life. As we see, peace education is not about choosing easy answers. It's about understanding different viewpoints, thinking critically, and finding ways to balance human rights and with national responsibilities. Let us continue to grow into emphatic and informed citizens, because peace is not just an idea, it's a practice. Thank you.
Very well said, Arna. Peace is not just an idea, it's a practice.
Morning everyone, my name is Divyan Sharma from class 6A Arwachin Public School, India. Today I am presented here to share my thoughts on the topic providing asylum to illegal immigrants, good or not. As my fellow peace passenger already shared the pros and cons on the providing asylum to illegal immigrants, I'd like to take the decision forward by talking about why these issues matter globally. At first, we may think asylum is a local national issue, something each country decisions on its own. But when we look closely, we understand that it is actually a global concern, something that connects all us. For example, during the Syrian crisis, millions of people were forced to flee their own country due to war and violence. Neighboring countries like Turkey and Jordan are took in large number of refugees, but the effect of the crisis don't stop their countries. Crosses Europe also had to open their borders and providing help. This shows how quickly one country's issue become everyone's responsibility. We will see similar station closer to home to India has shown great compassion in the past, giving by asylum to people from Tibet, Bangladesh, and Myanmar. This reminds us to that being a safe place for those in need is part of our country history, and it reflects the value of peace and unity that we are proud of. Another point that came up in the discussion was about the climate refugees. Today, many people are not feeling because of war, uh, but because of climate changes. Rising sea levels, floods, and droughts are making peace like Maldives and some Pacific islands unlivable. These people haven't broken any laws. They are not criminals, but they are simply looking for a place to survive. So as global community, how do we respond to that? As peace messenger, we are taught that peace is more than just stopping wars. It is about treating everyone person with fairness. It is about ensuring that even those who have lost their everything, their homes, their families, and their countries, are not treated as a stranger but the fellow humans beings. We also discussed the need of international cooperation. One country cannot solve this problem alone. It requires teamwork, coming together to create fair system for providing asylum, sharing resources, and helping immigrants rebuilding their lives peacefully. Finally, I believe this issues matters globally because it reveals who we are, not just a nation, but as people. Do we respond with fear, or do we respond with, do we build walls, or do we build bridges? In the end, isn't just something we speak about in the meetings. Like this, peace is something we show through our decisions, the law we support, the action we take, and the way we treat others. Thank you. I truly believe that even small discussion help this peace us thinking bigger. We deeper we move a little closer to create a peaceful world we all hope for.
Very good, Divyansh. You have very wisely said that it is a global issue and each voice matters. So you have used it very empathically, yet very practically. Very good. Can we have Vedant's opinion on this?
Yes, ma'am. Very good morning to one and all present here. Myself, Vedant Chaudhary. I am from class 8A, Arwachin Public School, India. And we all have gathered here to discuss about the topic of providing asylum to illegal immigrants. The topic aims to explore the ethical, social, economical, and national security dimensions of the issue. As my fellow peacemakers have already discussed about the key terms of the topics, asylum, illegal immigrants, and refugees, let me further put light on the topic by discussing why providing asylum to illegal immigrants is a complex and a controversial issue. On the humanitarian ground, the core meaning of the topic is to offer protection and legal permission to stay in a country to people who entered without proper authorization. Granting asylum can save lives and uphold human rights, but it can risk the nation's security too. Following the laws and helping the genuine asylum seekers contributes positively to the nation's development, and countries welcome the true ones happily. But not every asylum seeker is genuine, and therefore, proper documentation and screening should be done to help the needy ones, along with protection the nation's security. Highlighting upon the examples of illegal immigrants, India has always welcomed the asylum seekers. Though India is not a signatory to the 1951 UN Refugee Convention, it hosts refugees and asylum seekers. But some lives without legal status, making their asylum technically unauthorized or illegal. Afghan and Somali asylum seekers. Many lives in India under UNHCR refugee status, but those without documentation or with expired permits face legal issues and risk detentions. Several cases of youths pretending to be victims of religious or practical persecution to seek asylum abroad. To protect the nation from such cases, some key laws and acts adopted in India are Foreigner Act 1946, Citizenship Act 1955, Citizens Amendment Act CAA 2019, the recent one. So, the decision to provide asylum to illegal immigrants involves balancing compassion and security, legal frameworks, and national interests. To bridge this gap, peace education counters stereotypes and prejudice about immigrants, reducing fear and hostility among local communities. To conclude, I would like to add peace can't be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding, cooperation, compassion, and love. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, and I truly appreciate your attention and support.
Very very good, Vedant. Very wisely said. Peace can't be kept by force. Very important question raised by Vedant. Why to provide asylum? To offer protection, but have compassion with scrutiny. Very good. Can I have Nivan's views on this?
A very good morning to respected Principal Ma'am, dear Sir, and all my fellow change makers. My name is Nivan Jain. I'm from class 6th Arwachin Public School, India, with the topic Providing Asylum to Illegal Immigrants, Good or Not. I hope that this roundtable conference will end in a positive manner and we will all have a chance to look from different viewpoints and perspectives. Providing asylum to illegal immigrants can be good when it is done for the right reasons, such as protecting people who are escaping war, extreme poverty, or persecution. However, it shows compassion and humanity, which are essential for creating peace in the world. Why do people become illegal immigrants? There can be various reasons, such as war or violence in their native countries, extreme poverty and unemployment, religious or political persecution, or climate refugees and natural disasters. It is a humanitarian duty to protect lives. Everyone deserves safety and dignity. Many refugees and immigrants work hard and contribute positively to the country's economy and culture. There are many advantages to allowing illegal immigrants to stay in a country, such as culture. Illegal immigrants who come to a country often bring with them various cultures and traditions which enhance our already diverse culture. Future support. If we help illegal immigrants or provide them with basic necessities, it may strengthen a bond with their native countries. And if we are stuck in a situation like this in the future, we may also receive help from that countries. but there are a few disadvantages to doing so, such as law. The word illegal immigrant in itself means that this is not by abiding by the rules and regulations of the land. If we approve of such immigrants, it may increase crime rates and support more illegal immigration. Moreover, I believe that if we allow them illegal immigrants to in temporary settlement in a country, then it may be the best. As my fellow changemaker Arna said, we should allow them in a country, but only with precaution, proper security, and full records. Not only that, but we also can help only genuine immigrants who want to survive. But we can't allow every asylum seeker in without proper precaution, as many people do it for economic purposes and advantages. This argument also highlights the need of security and needed to safely and securely welcome illegal immigrants. In a world where people are divided because of wars and poverty causing illegal immigrants, peaceful conversations and gestures may help us to not only remain peaceful, kind, compassionate, and informed, but also go towards a more just and peaceful world. Just as my dear friend Divyansh quoted, do we build walls or should we build bridges? I believe that this is the reason HWPL was created, to not only stop wars but also make the word one, suggested by their motto, we are one. That's all from me. Thank you.
Very good, Nivant. You have very wisely quoted the very important sense of peace education. We all are one. And you truly believe that we should provide asylum to the seekers, but with the powerful justice and laws, as stated by Arnav. Very good. Harsh, can we have some points with you as well?
Morning everyone, my name is Harsh Singh from class 7th A, Arwachin Public School, India. It's truly an honor to be here today, share my thoughts on topic that holds global importance, providing asylum to illegal immigrants. As my fellow peace messengers have already shared important points about this topic, I'd like to take the conversation forward by focusing on something very important, understanding the terms we often hear in discussions like this. Let's ask ourselves, do we really know the difference between a refugee, an asylum seeker, and an illegal immigrant? A refugee is someone who has been forced to leave their home country because of war, violence, or persecutions. They have no safe place to return to. An asylum seeker is someone who flees their country and applies for protection in another country. They are waiting for a decision on whether they can stay legally. An illegal immigrant, on the other hand, is someone who enters or stays in a country without legal permission. But even they might be escaping very difficult situations. So behind every label is a real human being. Someone in pain, someone in fear, someone who needs help. During our discussion, we reflected on an important question: how can we respond to this issue in a way that brings peace and fairness to everyone involved? Here are a few solutions that we as peace messengers believe in. Government should create fair and quick systems to decide who truly needs asylum so people who are not kept waiting in fear. Nation must work fairly together because one country cannot carry the responsibility alone. This is a shared issue that needs global cooperation. We must also address the root causes of forced migration such as wars, poverty, and climate disasters. If we solve those, fewer people will have to leave their home in the first place. Most importantly, peace education can help both locals and immigrants understanding each other better, breaking the fear and building mutual mutual respect. In the end, providing asylum is not just about laws and borders, it's about humanity. If every time we help someone in need, we are talking about taking a step toward a more peaceful and united world. Thank you so much. Let us be the generation that chooses kindness over fear and peace over division. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Harsh. You have very wisely said, behind every label is a real human being. That is a very true line. They could be a refugee, they could be an asylum seeker, they could be an illegal immigrant, but they are all humans. And there must be a solid reason of them leaving their own country and seeking an asylum in another country. Very nice. I genuinely enjoyed the discussion. Now, can I please request our coordinator to conclude the event?
Thank you, Principal Ma'am, for giving us the opportunity for this discussion. I would appreciate and congratulate all the peacemakers for delivering their viewpoints appropriately and effectively. The roundtable discussion on granting asylum to illegal immigrants, good or not, brought forth diverse and thought provoking viewpoints. On one hand, it was highlighted that offering asylums reflects humanitarian values, provides protection to the vulnerable, and upholds international human rights obligations. On the other hand, concerns were raised about national security, economic pressure, and the potential misuse of asylum policies. The discussion emphasized the need for balanced approach, one that prioritizes compassion and justice, while also safeguarding national interest through clear legal frameworks, strict vetting processes, and international cooperation. Ultimately, the aim should be to uphold human dignity without compromising the stability and security of the nation. Various examples stated by our young peace messengers emphasize the current situation of countries and how it is creating chaos among the citizens. But to tackle all this situation, the answer is peace. Peace education fosters empathy by helping people understand the struggles, fears, and reasons why individuals flee their countries. It humanizes asylum seekers and encourages compassion rather than prejudice. In our peace curriculum also, from chapter 1 and 2, we understood that harmony, unity, diversity, cooperation, and coexistence, and how all the creations are important for bringing peace in the society. Also, love is the key to peace. Being grateful and kind, showing empathy, all these are the traits of peace, and we have learned this through peace education. Forgiveness but not forgetting is the main aim of peace, and peace can help build us a loving society where all the human beings will live with harmony and unity. By promoting values like tolerance, respect, inclusivity, peace education helps create a more harmonious society where asylum seekers can integrate more peacefully. Peace education is a bridge between humanitarian concern and social responsibility. It helps build a culture where asylum seekers' decisions are guided not by fear or bias, but by compassion, knowledge, and fairness. Through this discussion, we can conclude that our future generation have a peaceful mind as they are much captivated by the word peace. To conclude with a note, I would like to say it is easy to break down and destroy. The heroes are the ones who make peace and build it. So, with our motto, we are one. Thank you for a wonderful discussion. All the best for future.
Thank you so much, Ritika. You have very nicely put that the heroes are one who goes and moves forward for world peace. Now it's time for open discussion session. You all will get 5 minutes in together. Okay, can we have the open discussion now? Who would like to state some points? Anyone? Nivant Jain? Please go ahead.
Ma'am, I would like to say that all my fellow changemakers here have a great mind for peace, and I'm really grateful that this generation will go on to establish world peace in the future, or at least go towards a more just world. As Vedant said, uh, if we allow these asylum seekers easily, we not only risk the local security but also the nation's national security. That also highlights the security point that I stated. That's why I believe that it would be better if rather than I believe it would be better if rather than the refugees, the illegal immigrants staying in a country, it would be the leaders of our nation trying to solve the issue in their native country, as it would be greatly and muchly better if they can peacefully live in their own country without anything bad like wars or persecution, rather than being forced to live in another country just to survive. All the people here very nicely quoted. So I believe that in the future they keep this mindset and we are able to overcome these wars and borders and become a truly peaceful world.
Very good. Anybody else? Anyone? Okay, fantastic. So today's topic was very important, and with the discussion, we all have understood that we should definitely provide asylum to the seekers. Let's not call them or label them as illegal immigrants or refugees or asylum seekers, but they are all humans. We should not label them. They are all wanting to live their lives with dignity. That is the only thing that they demand. That is the only thing that we demand. As Nivant has rightly said, that if we put ourselves in that situation, we would understand what should the other host country should do, right? So, with a very careful understanding that with the proper law, with proper national security systems, with better screenings, with global understanding, with the understanding of what are the reasons why they are seeking these asylums, if we could rule out all these questions, we will be able to provide help to the ones who are seeking asylum in any country. But as a nation also, we should work forward in a way where no one should or have to leave their own country and seek asylum in any other country. Right? Can we all pose for our commemorative picture? We are one. We'll pose for the camera. We are one.
We are one.
Vedant. We are
One.
Thank you. Now we will be having the certificate distribution ceremony. Ratika ma'am will be calling the names. Okay? You will come forward towards me and we will be distributing the certificates. Is that right?
Okay, so first I will call Nivan Jain, class 6. Please come, Nivan.
Very good. You said it very nicely.
Divyan Sharma, class 6. Arna Gupta, class 7. Harsh Singh, class 7th. Ashwish Sharma, class 8th. Vedant, class 8th. Mr. Shomin Das, Miss Vanchika Agarwal, Miss Ritika Ahuja. Thank you, ma'am.